back with a bit of Crystal TV. Going to do a little feature on throwing sticks and baiting up. On panning, there's a mass variety of throwing sticks on the market there. And the only thing I would say at Crystal, certainly our in-store bait that we sell on site, and our recommendation is that because of the size of the fish here and the distance to bait up, we would recommend 20mm bait. Obviously by using 20mm bait you're getting a better distance on it as well. So keeping in mind reference throwing sticks, if you're coming here you will need a throwing stick that will take 20mm bait. Normally they'll say 20 to 22, 20 to 24, but certainly over 20mm size baits the throwing stick you'll require here. So I'm going to ask Mick just to give a little tips while I'm filming on the baiting up the baiting up system that we're using here. So Mick, if you'd like to come through.
Yeah.
This is Mick Henley. I was going to say good friend. Well, he's a good friend of mine. I don't know whether I'm a good friend of his, but yeah. We knew each other about 10 stone ago.
Yeah, you're not wrong.
Right, in all seriousness, so if Mick makes his way to the side of the bank here, this is like sort of not a teaching, but it's just a little tip, because you are going to put a fair bit of bait out here, so it's a bit like casting. There's a stance to use with a throwing stick where you're putting all your weight on your back foot and pointing with the other foot. So you know, Mick uses his right foot to put his weight on, 9 stone of it, and he points with his front, so legs apart a bit of a stance, get yourself comfortable. You then need something to put the bait in, because the art of this is to keep your eye in where you're casting. So there are spod stands out there that put buckets on a tripod, etc. Mick prefers to use a pouch. He's got his throwing stick there that's suitable for baits to 24mm. So let's see how you do this then, Mick.
Basically, once you've got your eye in, fire marker or your marker float, whether you prefer 1 or 2 baits at a time, obviously I would start off with 1 bait and get your range, get your accuracy.
You'll find that the more distance you want, obviously less bait. So to be honest with you, once you've got this mastered, if you're hitting markers at a 70-80 yards, you're going to probably be able to have 3 to 4 baits in the stick at a time. If you're looking to hit 100 yards, you're probably going to have to be down to 1 bait. One last little tip: if you're bringing your own bait, you'll need to dry these baits out, because what this is doing, this is spinning the baits, and if the baits are quite soft, they will split. So have the baits dried out a bit, and let's see Mick getting himself into a rhythm here. So as he said, he's got a marker float, or he's picked up a marker on the far bank that's his aim. He knows the distance he wants. As you've just seen, he's wetted the throwing stick, and this needs to be done during the operation to keep it moist, because what we're doing, we're spinning the baits. Okay, Mick, let the lake have it.
Right.
And you can get quite a speed up here, and he's not looking at the baits now. So you can see, I don't know if you can see those dropping on this little camera. He's not looking at the baits, he's just putting his hand down, loading the throwing stick, keeping his eye in, and without a doubt, this fishery works so well with what we call open baiting. They don't like large areas of drop baits, so a broad area spread right across. Fine, obviously you've used your marker rod, you found a nice clear area, and this is the way you're now baiting it up. That's a lovely technique. I was going to do, like, you know, show his arse a little bit, see how it, but
that doesn't come in.
But we was trying to get viewers. No, that's lovely. So as you can see, they're all hitting the same place, but he's not hitting the same spot. He's arcing from left to right, and running it across. Even to the point of getting baits in lines. Fish are comfortable when it's baited in a line. They'll move along it more comfortable than clumps of bait, and that certainly is the way at Crystal Waters. So that's what we're calling it. That's a throwing stick. That's wide baiting areas. Definitely produces fish here. Works well. You can get a good selection of baits out there. Thanks very much, Mick.
Try not to put your baits in a bucket. Your eye goes down to the bucket and away from where you're going. Stand, or as Keith said, a pouch, will keep your accuracy far better by keeping your eye on that line.
Okay, mate. Right. Thanks very much. We'll catch up with you again soon.
Right, chaps.
Cheers.